Hi everyone, welcome to Bat Thrift Crazy. I'm Joanne. I got the channel name right this time. I guess in my last video I called the channel a work in progress, which for those of you that might be new to my channel don't know, that was the old name. I changed it back the beginning of this year because I thought that Bat Thrift Crazy really better explained what I'm all about and what my channel is all about, and that is thrifting, which I am crazy about. And there's Lewis, which a lot of folks are crazy over. But anyway, to get started, today's video is thrifted items from the Winston-Salem Goodwill outlet here in North Carolina. I went a couple of weeks ago. I spent about $70, which is kind of high for me anyway at the outlet. But the reason is that I got not a lot of linens, but heavy linens. And I also picked up a bunch of books. So they're going to weigh more. Therefore, you're going to pay more because you pay by the pound. But I did get some pretty cool stuff. This is something. Oh, wait a minute. They are all tangled up on themselves. Some of you might recall these being on your walls, back in 60s, 70s maybe? Now they painted some of the butterflies with this black paint. I am going to get rid of that black paint. And this right here, the second piece, hold on, it is really, there we go, is missing a butterfly right here. But I think that's okay if you staged them, put them up properly. Not properly, but there. See, depending on how you hung them on the wall, you wouldn't even be able to tell that that butterfly was missing. So I was pretty happy to find those. And then, along those same lines, I found two, let's see, is this, yep, there we go. There we are. Two of the wheat ones. They need to be bent back into place a little bit, but other than that, these are great. They did not paint these, thank goodness. So, as I said, I was pretty happy to find those. Let me set this back here. And I may end up having to break this video into two parts so it's not too long for you because I do have a bunch of stuff. Picked up this little Easter gnome for my daughter because some of you do know that she kind of started collecting gnomes around Christmas of last year. So when I pick them up for her, when I find them, I will pick them up for her. And in that one video that I showed you, the two kind of Thanksgiving themed gnomes, the tall ones that stood up, I gave those to her the other day and she was just tickled pink. She just loved them. So that made me happy. Also down here, is this a Beanie Baby? Oh no, this is an old Aurora. It's a gift of smiles. And let me see. Oh, handmade in the Philippines. Let me see if he has a date on him. Oh, no, the tag was written on. Oh, let me show him to you. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So it's an eagle, and they did write on the tag when they gave it to somebody. I may just leave that there, but I think this is going to be an older plush. So I do have in my booth right now a vintage doll stroller, plastic, that I'm putting puzzles and kind of child sort of geared items into. So I'll put this guy in there. The puzzles, though, I will say are more adult, but I just keep them in there. It looks kind of cute. Found this blow mold jack-o'-lantern. I don't know that he's that old, but he is an Empire. So picked him up and I'll put him in my Halloween stash for the booth. Another thing that I have to pack away for next year are these. There are 4 of these I got. I don't have a lot of Valentine geared items come that time. So I thought if I can pick them up now, and of course get them for a good price, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I did pick up the 4. There was one more of them, but it had been kind of torn apart and missing pieces and everything. So I did pick up 4 of those. And Christmas, we have this welcome long strap of leather here with the old jingle bell on it. And you can see it does have some water damage on it. I'm going to try some leather cleaner and just see if it'll brighten it up a little bit come Christmas time. But I think that's a pretty cool piece. There it is. It's probably, I don't know, maybe a foot and a half, if not a little longer. And there, oh, you know what? I bet you there was another bell right down there. Because see how it's tied in the back and there are 2 holes right, oh, there you go, 2 holes there. Yep, it's missing one of the vintage bells, but that's okay. I still like it, and I still would have picked it up. Also for Christmas, I found this Mary Dell plaid tablecloth. You could use it on oval or oblong tables, 60 by 84, brand new, still in the package. So I think somebody's going to appreciate that when the time comes. I was looking to see if it had an original price on it, but I don't see. It's from Winter Wonderland. I don't know who sells Winter Wonderland. Let me see. Let me go through the books next. These do sell Dr. Seuss in my booth, so I picked up Inside, Outside, Upside Down. And let's see what condition this one is in. This one is in good condition. A couple of the pages are a little crinkled. And this page back here had been folded over. But I find that if you, right up here in the corner, I find if you, fold them back and press it down a little bit, that fold kind of comes out. I thought this was really cool. I wish I would use this, or because I would keep it for myself. Organize Now, a week by week guide to simplify your space and your life. And it is really neat inside. It gives you guides on stuff that you can do every, what is this? Once a month to stay organized, every 3 to 6 months, once a year. So this is pretty cool. I might give this a little more look through before I put that up in the booth. But this was originally $17. Oh, there we go. Oh, I may have to, let me see, is that coming out? No, I thought that was coming out, but it's not. So pick that up. Found a Bible, was just sitting on the top of the book pile. Here's my receipt. Yep, paid $71 with tax. And this is a beautiful Bible, the Good Samaritan issue. Look at the cover of it. Isn't that pretty? Is that embossing? I'm not sure what they call that. Let me see if this has a date. It's an old one, you can tell, but because the pages are really 1941. This is. Looking to see if it is leather or not. And just looking very quickly, I can't see if it is, but I think this is a beautiful Bible. Found, this is the Pictorial History of the Second World War. This is an older book too. Let me see, copyright 1944, 1946. Oh, it's all black and white. But I think that's pretty cool. And I think somebody will enjoy that. Let me take it off. I think that's only adding to it. Oh. Next I looked for more of these, but I couldn't find any more of them. They are the world's 100 best short stories. In 10 volumes. Let's see here. Oh, this is volume 1, Adventure Volume 2, Romance, 3, Mystery, and 4, Love. You can see they're coming apart a little bit, okay? Because these 4 books are close to being antique. Copyright 1927. How cool is that? And it's, I mean, they were red. They were red and they were loved, but I was super, super happy to find these. I didn't realize I had 1, 2, 3, 4 because the printing on the outside was very difficult to see, and the lighting in the bins is not the best. Okay, I think that's all of the books. Let me see. This is super cool. So I might tell you already, I'm looking down at some other stuff I have on the floor. This might be my favorite from today's haul. So found this little suitcase looking thing, okay? It is Executor 107. And I pop this baby open. Oop, let me put the pieces parts back here. Wait till you see what this is. It's a vintage traveling bar. Isn't this the coolest thing? It has your glasses, the shot glasses down there, the little mixer, your tray. It is missing a piece right here. Darn it. And then you would put your bottles of liquor on that side and strap them in. But I think even missing that piece, that's going to be something that someone, if they have a bar, that's going to be something that they're going to want to grab, I hope, and display on their bar. It is just the coolest. And the glasses have this, like a, what is that, a knight's helmet on it. Let me see, the shot glasses have that too. Yep. Isn't that the coolest thing? Yep. And on the inside, what does that say? Yep. The original travel bar. That little tag right there. I love this. So that already I know. Oh, it did have a lock at one time. You could actually lock it. This is my favorite. It's just so cool. This is another cool piece. This is an old vintage beat up level. So you know I have been getting vintage kind of like architectural. I don't know if this is, you exactly call this architectural, but things like this to sell in the booth. Originally they were selling really, really well. And there's been a bit of a slowdown on them lately, so I'm hoping that they will pick up again. I usually do not pick up clothes except for myself when I thrift, but I did pick up these Columbia extra, extra large shorts for men, because these I can put in a big bundle and send off to the Real Real, because the Real Real does accept Columbia. I don't know why. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but they do accept it, so I'll send that off to the Real Real. Here are the other linens that I got. This is a bedspread for a twin bed. I mean, does it get any more retro than this? This is in very good condition, and I'm surprised, at least on my first couple of really good looks at it, this gold threading is intact, which is amazing to begin with, that it managed its whole life and through the bins, and the gold threading is still intact. The only thing that I have found wrong with it so far is that there are some stains on the underside. Oh yes, there, see that? But they don't seem to come through out here, which is great. But I will wash it gentle and see if I can get those stains out. But I mean, this was just so cool. I was looking for vintage clothes the day that I was there. Didn't find any vintage clothes, but I was happy to find that. Oh, this does have a tag on it. Let's see. There's nothing really. There's no real date or anything on it, which I think is what I was hoping to find. And then I'm not going to unravel this, oh, pardon me, because it's just too big. It is a chenille bedspread. I believe it's a size king. It's from the Linen Source. I vacillated on whether to get it or not because it does have a couple of stains on it. So my thought was that I was going to get it. Well, I thought, okay, if you get it, then you're going to say, why did you get this? It's sitting around, and then I'm eventually going to donate it. And then I thought, if you don't get it, you're going to get home and regret that you didn't. So I went ahead and picked it up. And what I was going to do with it was cut it up and make things out of it. And Heidi over at the Weather Fence Post said, why don't you just try and get the stains out first and see if you can sell it like that in the booth. And then if it doesn't sell like that in the booth, then cut it up and do whatever with it. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense, a lot less work. So that's what I'm going to be trying. And then the other linen that I got is this beautiful green color. This one I'm going to have to measure because it had no tag in it. But it has this great kind of like fringy stuff around the outside of it, which I really like. I'm not sure if this is vintage or not because there's no tag. I was not able to tell. But those are the 3 bedspreads that I picked up, which I rarely pick up bedspreads. Okay, that is, oh, this little guy, I vacillated on him too. But the girls that I met up there said, just get it because it didn't weigh anything, and it is obviously it is vintage. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit and sell it as it is. I'm not going to do anything to it. I mean, this pony was well loved back in the day, so I'm going to leave it as it is and not ruin it. Now, the other things that I have to show you, oh, so sorry about that, are down here on the floor. Let me bring the bin up here. We might as well just forge ahead and do the whole thing today, right? Then you won't have to come back for part 2. Okay, I'm so silly. This first I thought I would get because I could stick it like this in a planter, or in a vase rather, just for like some show in the booth. And then I realized that it's actually meant to hang on the wall. So either way, I'm glad that I got it. This I picked up for myself. This is just a roll of burlap ribbon. Once I go part-time and then retire, I'll have more time for crafting kind of stuff. I found a rolling pin, nothing special to this, but when I was getting ready for this video, I just had this thought to myself, kind of along the lines of that chenille bedspread. I might just start putting these plain rolling pins up in my bin, up in my booth as they are, instead of trying to spice them up a little bit, and see first if they sell as is and let people do what they want to them. And if they're not selling, then I can pull them and spice them up a little bit with some decals or something. So picked that one up. Got lucky with this watering can. Look at how chunky that is. It looks like they may have painted it. Kind of like that. It's almost like a greeny color, and the green paint was chipping off of it. This is fabulous. I love this. So happy that this was on here, because oftentimes, I don't know about you, but I will find this part of it, but the spout part is missing. I don't know where they go, but they're gone. Picked up a couple more embroidery hoops. Oops, sorry about that. Embroidery hoops that I will lot up and put together and sell in the booth. Oh my goodness. I found these 2 candle holders that go on the wall, and oh yeah, Heidi, I didn't realize this. Heidi pointed out to me that right there, it's missing one of the branches, but it's really hard to tell. So I'll just touch that up with a little bit of paint. Right there, you can see it. And put on the tag, I'll put as is, so folks know that there is something wrong, but there is a set of 2 of them. They're pretty cool, and they're quite heavy too. me put those back here. More pads for you know who. Those are for Diesel. These are for me. Some hang tags that I can, they're smaller than what I usually use, but I think I can make those work for the booth. Found some Excelsior. And I am planning on doing a wreath for Caitlin, for my daughter Caitlin. So I may use that when I make that wreath for her. Picked up this one sweet little lampshade made out of plastic beads and the safety pins. Super cool. I think it's super cute. I wish I found two. But anyway, I'm happy with that. And then this piece blew me away. This was just sitting. I mean, I had gone through these bins before. I was just walking down the aisle, see if anything, you know, struck my eye. This was just sitting on the top of one of the bins. I don't know if someone picked it up. They didn't know what it was. They just tossed it back. They decided they didn't want it. But whatever the reason, and whoever did it, thank you. I snagged this up. This now is the largest metal flower frog that I have ever found. So, so cool. This is, let's see, Pasadena, California. This says Vogue on the bottom of it. Beagle? It says Beagle. Beagle Manufacturing Company, Pasadena, California. How cool is that? Quite heavy. Really, really happy. So that is everything. So we stuck it out. We got it done in one video. You already know what my favorite was. And that is the traveling bar. Love it. If I had a second favorite, it would be the metal flower frog. So don't forget, in the comment section down below, let everybody know what your favorite find was from today's haul. If you're new to my channel and you do enjoy thrift haul videos, I would love it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave the thumbs up. And then lastly, if you know anyone else that enjoys thrift haul videos, don't forget to share the video with them. So maybe they might join our little YouTube family here. So I hope you enjoyed. You know what to do, everybody. Until the next time, please take very, very good care of yourselves. And thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.